7 Things You Didn't Know About Neil Patrick Harris. There's a pretty big chance your favorite character on How I Met Your Mother is none other than Barney Stinson, performed by charismatic Neil Patrick Harris, now starring in the upcoming action comedy film The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent and in The Matrix 4. As the inexhaustible comic foil to Ted Mosby and company, Stinson was a total one-man show. Although it was pretty hard to put a finger on what his actual job was. Please, Barney was clearly an expert at several things at once, or at least he looked like he could be. A time traveler, an astronaut for secret NASA, and the best applicant for pretty much any occupation ever. And by any means, don't think we're forgetting his ability to woo the ladies. Neil Patrick Harris is a consummate entertainer and man of many talents both on and off screen. His decades-long career spans TV shows, musicals, voice acting, and stints as host for award ceremonies. And now, in what is only the latest in a series of fortunate events for NPH, he will play a role in the 4th installment of the Matrix saga, scheduled for initial release on December 22nd. Neil Patrick Harris portrays the analyst, a representative of the architect. But before we get to see the Matrix sequel, NPH will play a part in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent to be released this year too. With Nicolas Cage as a fictionalized version of himself, the movie promises to be so crazy that would have made Barney Stinson giddy with excitement. While we wait for Harris to grace our screens soon again, let's take a few minutes to appreciate the life and works of this Swiss Army knife of a performer. Keep watching to find out 7 things you probably didn't know about Neil Patrick Harris. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click on the like button and subscribe to our channel. We're constantly updating it with the latest news and fun facts about your favorite film, music, and TV stars. So hit the bell icon to get a notification every time a new content is available. And no Hollywood news will catch you off guard. Number 7. He was discovered at drama camp. Neil has been in love with acting from a young age on, and it was actually at drama camp that playwright Mark Medoff discovered Harris's already obvious talents. He decided to cast him for Clara's Heart, a film starring Whoopi Goldberg. His first on-screen experience earned him a Golden Globe nomination, so NPH clearly meant business from the get-go. Soon after, Neil got the opportunity of a lifetime. Those of you who know Harris from his pre-Stinson days might remember him as a precocious young doctor in the medical drama Doogie Howser, MD. And like the teenage physician balancing the challenges of practicing medicine with the everyday problems of a youngster, NPH managed to juggle school with all of his other commitments. Neil Patrick went to La Cuva High School in his native Albuquerque, but he still got an on-set tutor. The teacher must have been as good at his job as his pupil, since the actor managed to graduate with honors. Is there anything Harris isn't gifted at? Number 6. He is addicted to Red Bull. If you've watched How I Met Your Mother, and we know you have, you may have noticed that Barney is pretty fond of Red Bull. The energy drink came quite handy when he needed to get an extra boost for certain situations, and it looks like Stinson's reliance on it came from Harris's real-life habit. He has openly confessed to being quite addicted to Red Bull, so much in fact that he has even developed a method to his madness. He controls his desire for the drink through the slow drip technique, drinking only 2 Red Bulls in a day. If it looks like he's holding one all the time, chances are the drink has been in his hands for a long time. Nevertheless, his passion for the energy drink has earned him quite the reward. After all the free advertising Red Bull received in How I Met Your Mother, the company decided to give Neil a lifetime supply. Now you know that he is not taking it slow because he doesn't have enough cans left in the fridge. Number 5. He was the first openly gay Oscars host. After some rumors on Neil's sexual orientation started spreading, he decided to take matters into his own hands. Back in 2006, he announced that he was a proud and content gay man. The news came as quite a shock for Barney Stinson fans, but the audience didn't turn their backs on Harris. If anything, the announcement confirmed Harris's incredible skills at persuading us that he was such a womanizer. Neil's position made him reach a true Hollywood milestone. His intervention as a host in the 2015 Academy Awards was a resounding success. And it was also a historic moment. Harris was the first openly gay man to host a ceremony in the entire history of the Oscars. It didn't hurt that Neil already had the experience for the job. He already had hosted the Emmys twice and was also a Tony host for a total of 4 times. If that sounds like a hodgepodge of ceremonies for you, wait till you hear this. Neil's work as a host for the Tony Awards has earned him a total of 4 Emmy Awards for himself. He got one for each time he was a host for the Theater Awards ceremony. And of course, as a theater artist himself, in 2014 he got on stage to receive a Tony too, for his performance in the musical Hedwig and the Angry Inch. No wonder they kept calling him. Only Angela Lansbury of Murder, She Wrote has more experience on the Tony Awards stage. Number 4. He underwent plastic surgery. Years ago, Neil Patrick Harris admitted to radio show host Howard Stern that he had undergone plastic surgery to pin his ears back so they wouldn't stick out so much like they did when he was younger. The cosmetic surgical procedure to pin back protruding ears is called otoplasty. It is popular among film and sporting celebs. Number 3. He's a not-so-amateur magician. If you were impressed by Barney's magic tricks in How I Met Your Mother, you'll be happy to know Neil is at least as good a magician as his character. He performed a trick on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. It wasn't very impressive as a display of mentalism, but it was a sign that Neil was already a great comedian. If you've seen it, let's just say it makes sense that his favorite routine is Steve Martin's The Great Flydini. As we have mentioned, Neil has made sure his love for magic is incorporated into his roles. And we are not only talking about Barney, he was also a magician in American Horror Story. Although Harris considers himself an amateur magician, he has even been president of the board of directors in LA's legendary Magic Castle. He was named the ambassador of magic and performed his own routines at the castle. Despite their differences, it's pretty easy to tell Harris would make Barney proud. Number 2. He didn't use his full name until he did. It's not a very unusual thing to go by your full name when you're a celebrity like Neil. Unsurprisingly, keeping his middle name was not a choice for him. The Screen Actors Guild requires actors to have an original name, and somebody else was already called Neil Harris. That's why our Neil had to display his name in its entirety, but we'd say it was all for the best. As he has said, Neil Patrick Harris sounds much more like the name of a theater kid. That's not the only cool story behind Neil's name. If you've seen his cameos in the Harold and Kumar franchise, you may have noticed that he is not credited as himself, as it is usual in guest appearances. The film states that Neil Patrick Harris plays a character called Neil Patrick Harris. It was Neil who told the filmmakers to leave the credits like that. He wanted to stress the fact that the character on screen had nothing to do with the actor in real life. And indeed, it didn't. When his friends read the script, they suggested that he should sue the screenwriters. The authors were lucky enough that Neil is such a good sport. He found the script hilarious, and he called them up to say he would play the part himself. Sorry, we meant to say Neil Patrick Harris would play Neil Patrick Harris. We hope that clears it up. Number 1. He had his own live variety show. There may be nothing Neil can't do, but some of his gigs haven't been as successful as the man himself. One of the lesser-known parts of Harris's career was a live TV variety series called Best Time Ever. It was adapted from British Saturday Night Takeaway, and it aired on NBC, including pranks, a live karaoke session, and even a game show segment. The amount of guest celebrities was jaw-dropping, and Neil was at his charming best. Nevertheless, we guess there can be too much of a good thing. Best Time Ever was cancelled after only 8 episodes. Luckily, someone has managed to keep the tapings, and you can now watch all the episodes on YouTube. And speaking of web shows, another little-known acting credit for Harris was his phenomenal collaboration with Buffy showrunner Joss Whedon. It was called, get this, Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along Blog, and Neil starred as a sympathetic villain with a musical vlog. If it sounds a bit bonkers to you, you're not far off the mark, but it's still a fantastic showcase for Neil's many talents. Go check it out, but only after you've finished watching our video. Well, that's what we have on Neil Patrick Harris, aka Barney Stinson, aka the other Neil Patrick Harris, and forthcoming The Matrix star. If you have any other facts or news you want to share, you know what to do. Leave us a comment below this video. And remember, there's no better way to show your support than liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon to get a notification every time we update. We work hard to bring you the greatest facts and news about your favorite film, TV, and music celebrities, so you won't be sorry. Thanks for watching, and see you soon!